What's up, YouTube? It's Joel. We've got your fourth stimulus check update as well as the two huge trillion-dollar stimulus updates for the Families Plan and the Infrastructures Plan. We've got Chuck Schumer, who is saying we need to go big and bold on these stimulus bills. He also said that he wants to not only add dental, vision, and hearing to Medicare, but also an increase of $200 to all Social Security recipients. We're also going to go over his actions step by step so you can see why the leader of the Senate is working at going it alone without the Republicans through budget reconciliation to get these bills passed. These $6 trillion bills passed. We're going to go over the new child tax credit and make sure that you know all the steps to get the money that's owed to you and your family. And we will go over why Democrats are pushing for another round of 4 stimulus checks. This is your stimulus and economic news update, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you don't mind, could you do me a huge favor and smash that like button for this video? I can't tell you how much it means to me. It helps the channel out so much. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to stay up to date on all stimulus and economic news that affects you. And please, if anyone asks you for personal info or to contact them on WhatsApp, it's fake, it's spam. Please don't do it. So for those that are about to receive some big money for them kids, the first child tax credit payment is actually coming in a little over 3 weeks. And to help get you ready for this, the IRS has actually opened up an online portal to make sure that non-filers receive that first stimulus check for them kids on July 15th. Now, the second online tool that they're building, which the IRS is actually calling the Child Tax Credit Update Portal, will be available before July 1st. And you will be able to opt out of these advanced monthly payments to instead receive that huge credit for your kids whenever you come around for tax season in 2022. Now, the IRS has said that this portal will later allow you to check on the status of your payments and to update the IRS with your current information and if you've had any life changes to make sure that you get all the stimulus that's owed to you. Now, these are the thresholds so that if you make over these amounts, you need to opt out so that you don't receive any of these new monthly payments for the kids, because you're going to have to pay that back come tax season next year. Now, the amount that you'll get will phase out for people with higher incomes, but if you're single and you're earning more than $75,000 per year, or you're head of household earning $112,500 per year, or if you're a married couple earning more than $150,000 per year, you need to opt out, because it's only up to those amounts that you can receive the full credit amounts, and make sure that you don't have to pay any child tax credits whenever they come due in next tax season, because this is for those lower income households, but they do allow it to go up to a certain amount. But you want to make sure that you're not owing Uncle Sam a lot more taxes than you thought next tax season in 2022. Now, if you've already filed your 2021 tax return and you set up direct deposit and you haven't had any life changes, for example, like having a new baby, or if you got divorced, or if your income changed, then you don't have to do anything. You will receive the payments via direct deposit. Now, if something like I just explained did happen, then you need to register in the second portal that they're opening up and edit your information that the IRS has. Now, I'll give you those links and info once they release them to the public, and I'll show you how to go in there and do that so that you can make sure that your information is up to date and you've got all the things you need in there so that you're set up to get the monthly payments. Now, it's going to be $300 per month for children 5 and under, and then it's going to be $250 per month per child between the ages of 6 and 17. And then if your child, not really child, but adult, is between the ages of 18 and 24 and they're still a dependent under you, then you're actually going to get a one-time check of $500. So we definitely got a lot of help coming to families that's going to allow them to be able to take care of their families in terms of food and housing or anything that they might need. But now it's coming in the form of stimulus payments per month rather than you having to wait all the way till next year during tax season to actually receive those payments. So let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section, and I'll help you out if there's any questions that you have so that you can make sure that you get all the stimulus that's owed to you. So Chuck Schumer wants to go big and bold on these new stimulus package. That's why we're talking not $1 trillion, not $2 trillion, $6 trillion for these packages. These would be the biggest stimulus packages in modern history, and he actually has the path to make it all happen through budget reconciliation with just the Democrats alone. And not only that, but we have Biden, who said that he wants to make the U.S. more competitive across the world, and that we need to make a huge investment into our infrastructure, as well as they're coining a new term called human infrastructure. So having to do with families, and that's why they've got the families plan. So with this amount of stimulus, they will be able to do the additional things that they've all been talking about. And also, so many of the top Democratic leaders want to make this happen for the country. So some of the biggest changes they want to make is to Medicare and to Social Security. We've actually got where Bernie Sanders is working with Chuck Schumer to bring some huge changes to those programs. First, they want to add an additional $200 to all Social Security recipients. Chuck Schumer said immediately increasing Social Security benefits would put money in the pockets of seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities during these uncertain times, and that Senate Democrats are committed to quickly delivering relief to the millions of Americans bearing the weight of this public health crisis. This extra money would be life-changing for so many people, especially those that are living on the average of $794 per month. Of adding an extra $200 per month would be huge for them. On top of that, this is something that they are wanting to add to the American Jobs and American Families Plan. This costs a lot and is what is helping to add up to these trillions of dollars, because they know that there are so many Social Security recipients that are living below the poverty level here in the U.S., and they want to turn that around. On top of that, they are working to add dental, vision, and hearing to Medicare to help those that are older, those seniors, to be able to take care of themselves if they were to incur any of these things that's not going so well. We also have Chuck Schumer, who said if you talk to family medicine or primary care doctors, they will tell you with certainty that ignoring medical issues related to dental, vision, and hearing often devolves into far more serious medical problems for people, especially seniors, that cost more to treat and are harder to remedy. And to add to that, they want to lower the Medicare age from 65 to 60. To allow for more Americans to be able to jump on board in Medicare and get the health care that they need while they're seniors. So with this bill is getting huge and it's getting very expensive. But some of the other parts that are in this are they want to do universal child care. They want to, of course, talk about lowering the Medicare eligibility age. They want a permanent extension of the child tax credit we just talked about, where people would always be getting monthly payments for their kids. They want free public four-year college. They want to add more electric vehicle charging stations and be more climate friendly in terms of a lot of the tax credits. They want to rebuild schools, bridges, and roads, and a whole lot more. We're just barely scratching the surface because we are talking about $6 trillion. But just to let you know, if there's anything that they need to do and fix, I'm on the side of fixing the bad bridges, because I don't know about you, but nobody wants to be driving a bridge and that sucker just crumble and fall and you fall to whatever's down there. So the one thing that a lot of people are wanting as well is including another fourth stimulus check. And Democrats have been pushing for this big time. And we're not talking about a small stimulus check. We're talking about $2,000 stimulus check for adults and $1,000 stimulus check for kids up to 3. Going into this bill, this is $6 trillion. They are wanting to put as much as possible in this, and a fourth stimulus check is actually on the top of the list. We have lawmakers who have repeatedly been saying when these bills hit the floor of the House or the Senate, that they're ready to add these stimulus checks. And see, how it works is each bill that is presented has to be presented to the floor, whether it's the Senate or whether it's the House of Representatives. And then there is a time that each lawmaker is allowed to bring an amendment to the bill, and then it gets voted on whether it will be added to the final bill. And so we have over 100 lawmakers who have said that they're ready to make this move because they believe that American people still need some relief and that this is the best way to make an immediate impact on American families. And this is only possible with a bill that is around $6 trillion. Not the $1 trillion bill that the Republicans have been presenting, because no matter where you stand at, the leaders like Chuck Schumer have been putting together this reconciliation bill so that they can get it passed through the Senate and the House without any Republican support, and they can do it because they feel like this is their time. So how does it look like for a forced stimulus check? Because this is probably one of the last times that the Democrats will be able to pass such a large bill and get a lot of things done that they have on their agenda, and now is their chance. That is why Chuck Schumer is continuing to push forward with budget reconciliation, because they don't want to settle for less. We have progressives that have been saying we're not going to settle for less and we're not going to vote on a bipartisan bill, because they want to make as big of an impact as possible for how they think. So my thought is, you who watch this YouTube channel, you are you're the real people. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section and what you think should happen, because we got a lot of people in Congress that they're going certain directions, but I want to know where you stand at, because we are the American people and we voted those people into Congress, and I want to see where we stand at. And I'm thinking about actually taking a poll for this channel as well to see where you stand at, because we are looking to actually see a bill on the House floor by July 4th per Nancy Pelosi. But please let me know what you think about in the comment section, and then we can talk about it from there. But don't be waiting on no stimulus checks. Don't be waiting on no Congress. Go ahead, start getting your money to work for you and move towards financial freedom. And how do you do this? You can do it by investing. That's what I'm doing. You can get you 2 free stocks with Webull worth up to $1,850, and you can sign up with Robinhood as well and get you 2 free stocks with them worth up to $500. Those links are down in the description, but this is free money that gets you going on building your wealth and heading towards financial freedom. If you want to wonder where I feel like people should be putting their money, because it's where I've got all mine, is the S&P 500. This is where you've got 500 companies that are a part of this huge index that whenever one company goes down, well, guess what? If you still got 499 companies that are could still be doing good, so all your eggs are not in one basket, but it allows you to be more balanced, but it still allows you to have some amazing growth, because it has been growing pretty amazing over the past decade and even past that. So I've made quite a bit of money, and I would like you to do the same and reach some financial freedom. So let me know what you think. Those links are down in the description, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all stimulus and economic news that affects you, and to learn how to build some wealth. This is Joe with True Life Investing. Until next time, peace out.